Welcome, episode 5.
Five and a half, maybe.
5.5, 5 3/4, 5 1/4. Yeah, I know it's been a very long time. We've had so much fucking trouble. We love recording, and it's just nothing's been working for us. Like between editing, we literally had a special guest planned for you guys, and can't even upload it.
So, yeah, long story short, we had to take 2 weeks off, as you guys know. So technically it's the third week off.
3 now, yeah.
But we took 2 weeks off for equipment reasons, which sucked because my package got lost in the mail, Amazon, during my return. So it took up to 2 weeks to actually process the refund, and
Almost
I finally
didn't even
got
get
it.
That.
It took forever, and now we got our equipment. So now we can run up to 4 mics now, so we can have plenty of room for guests. But yeah, so that took 2 weeks of time, and then now we tried. So we had a whole episode, hour and a half episode recorded with a special guest. We went through the whole thing. He even drove an hour and a half all the way here.
Yeah, no, I feel so bad.
I feel terrible. Our editing software, for some reason, is not letting us, 1, render, 2, we can't export it from the editing software. And
yeah, apparently he doesn't have permission.
yeah, for some permissions reason. And I even went out of my way to post just the audio. For some reason, the audio extracted, but the video wouldn't. So I went out of my way to post it. I even made an Instagram story post saying that, no YouTube video, but we're still going to have it up on our platforms. That also didn't end up getting to happen because it was completely uncut, and not that we're bad people, but there's definitely things that were said in there that shouldn't make the final cut. So
yeah, not like anything terrible. Like we're not like
just like stupid things,
like that.
Yeah, like just something stupid,
yeah.
like just us messing around.
It was like random shit that we didn't get to cut out, and I feel like it would be stupid to have in there.
Yeah, it just make no sense to. Whatever, but
it wasn't anything bad, though, I swear.
No, it wasn't anything terrible, but here we are. This is now like pretty much the 4th week now. Like this is almost like a month.
It's almost been like a month, and we're actually like so pissed about it.
It sucks because the commitments we have to make to be able to get here every week.
Yep.
I mean, it's a long drive. It's almost an hour drive for us here.
For both of us too, even if it's just from your place to here.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's almost an hour.
I'm further, but like both of us.
Even then, he has to drive extra, and it sucks because we put a lot into this. Obviously, we spent good money on our setup, and we put a lot of effort into this podcast in general. And when things just start to like fail, it sucks. But not to say that. I mean, it's not going to stop us. It just sucks because I'm not a professional editor. I've actually never really edited in my life besides like very minuscule projects, like stupid little projects on my own.
Or like school projects and stuff like that.
Yeah, but trying to do an hour and a half podcast where you have to watch the whole thing and make all your cuts, and then you have to render the whole video, and then you have to extract audio, like all those things I've been learning on the fly as this podcast has gone on. So far, so good. I mean, you guys have... I mean, obviously, I think there's been very, like, little things that kind of I messed up maybe a little bit on some of the old podcasts, but it just is really tough when we put so much effort into this and we're just not getting,
Damn, got me sad over here.
I know,
like,
dude. I'm upset about it.
We hate to start off like so, like...
Made someone drive an hour and a half here to guest on here, and then we can't even post the video. So, Harrison, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah,
I feel terrible. We'll try to get it up eventually. It could be like a little exclusive episode one day. We still have it, but we're just I'm gonna have to switch up my editing software. So hopefully you guys will be seeing this on, what is today? The 2nd, so the 4th.
It's already March.
I know.
Crazy.
It's really insane. So hopefully you'll be seeing this on the 4th. If not, then something else went wrong. But hopefully I'm gonna get a new editing software. Either today or tomorrow, completely edit, and hopefully we'll be all set.
Also, to people who like watch YouTube videos religiously, whatever, let us know if you know any editors, because that would not only save us a lot of time, but it also would make it so much easier for us to get these out.
I mean,
for
if we
you
get
guys.
this professionally edited, I mean, it's nothing crazy. There's not even a lot of
There's not
edits that
mu-
go
yeah, there's
into
not-
it, but
it's just cutting out stuff really, or
cutting
adding
out
a
stuff,
clip maybe, which
adding clips, just making it more authentic. I mean, I'm just doing it to like the bare minimum, and not to say that I couldn't do better, but it's just I don't really know what I'm doing, so I don't, want to try to go extra and then not get the podcast out. So
yeah, exactly.
But I mean, yeah. So if anyone knows an editor, I mean,
Hit us up for sure.
yeah,
Our
that'd be
DMs
cool.
are always
Or
open.
even if anyone out there who's watching this has
Even
like
if you know
any
how to
skill,
edit.
yeah. If you know how to make logos, you know how to edit, you know how to make clips, if you have any ideas, we'd totally love to hear it because.
I mean, shit. We'll even give you money for it. Like,
Yeah, seriously. If you got that special skill out there and you can contribute to this podcast, we'll definitely take care of you. And it would just be really nice, especially to have someone we know or someone who supports the podcast to come work with us.
yeah, because then not
Obviously,
only that,
we're not Hollywood like that.
No,
and,
no.
like, we're not big like that. But
Even that,
anything
like-
can help. Just a podcast with two people. We have our own tasks we do to make the podcast a thing. I mean, Jaden runs all of our social media.
Sorry for slacking, by the way, everyone.
Yeah, it's hard when we don't have
Yeah.
content. There's not a lot you can be able to put out.
That's the big thing is like, obviously, like you want me to post more on social media, but we don't have enough content to
Right.
do that.
And that's the thing is when we have episodes pumping out every week, it's a lot easier to try to put content out
it's
there.
way easier.
But now the thing is too is like when we have a mix of guests, we have a mix of just us like this
Problems,
week
too.
on the pod. We have our problems. It's just difficult to keep a positive mindset and keep up with this. I mean,
Plus
we're still
between
here.
our lives too, like work and everything.
Yeah, that's not including everyone's daily life, like our daily lives, and I guess just long story short, we just wanna make this the best we possibly can, and if anyone can contribute, let us know. That'd be awesome. Our social medias, I'm sure you know them at this point, BeyondTheJs, and if you know us personally, obviously you can come hit us up, talk to us.
Also, we don't want like pity or anything. Like
No pity.
it's not like we're not like saying all this to be like, oh, I'm so sorry you guys can't like do this, whatever. It's like we can.
we can do it, but
It's just
we kind of just want it done right.
We've had roadblocks really.
Yeah, I mean, Jaden does our social media, like I said. I usually do. I set up this the podcast for recording. Like I take care of like the audio interface and the recording and the cameras and everything, and then I edit and make sure it gets distributed on all of the platforms and everything like that. And Jaden handles the social media, which is perfect. I mean, it works out, but when we're having this many issues, and especially if we record on a Sunday and we're supposed to get the episode up by a Tuesday, it can be a lot harder. I mean, like in a dream scenario, I would love to be able to take notes on the whole podcast with timestamps and be like, add this, take this out, add this, take this out, and then have someone do it and make it,
It's just
legit.
Very time consuming, and we
It
don't
is.
have that much time, especially if
Right.
we're recording on a Sunday to get out Tuesday. That really gives you one day to like actually edit, and that's
Yeah.
like whenever you get home from work.
Yeah, it takes me like
if you're
6
like,
hours.
working that day.
It takes me like a good 6 hours. Like, I mean,
That's
it could
another
take a little
thing.
bit of less time, but I want it to be good. I want it to be quality. I mean, I don't want to put out a crappy video just to put it out, and so I try obviously my hardest, but it would definitely be a lot of help. It would save us a lot of time, be a lot of help. If anyone can contribute at all, even if you just want to be moral support, anything matters,
Anything.
and it's all appreciated. And I know you guys want to keep seeing this content come out. I think we have about like 12. I think we average like 12 people listening to this at least right now, like not including YouTube. Especially like, but that doesn't matter. I mean, I know we know whoever you guys are. I'm sure you enjoy this podcast. So, and you want more content. I mean, I have a lot of people hitting me up and saying like, "Yeah, I've been watching the podcast, this and that. I've been listening to the
me
podcast,
too.
this and that." But, and then it kind of is almost embarrassing when, even I have my mom being like, "Why didn't you put out an episode this
Yeah.
week?" And it's tough and it sucks. And we're gonna be better and we're gonna do the best we can. And yeah, and that's all we can really do.
Like we said, we don't want any pity. We're sorry we can't get these out to you guys.
Yeah, and we're just sorry that we have had a couple weeks off. I mean, not like we could have controlled it. I mean, we couldn't have recorded because our main audio equipment was.
Those 2 weeks especially, we really couldn't record because we didn't have the equipment. If you guys just wanted to hear iPad audio, like
right, and I spent
we want
3
to at
days.
least be like somewhat professional.
I spent
We
what
can't
like
just throw up a
3
video.
days.
Yeah.
3 days I've rendered the video 18 different times, legit 18 different times, and I still couldn't get it. And I don't know if it's operator error or what, but
This
I've never
dude-
had a problem. And
This
now I
dude
do.
edited for how many hours after? First of all, mind you. Sorry if you hear that.
I don't know if you.
There's
I don't think they
dogs.
can hear
I don't
that.
know if you can
but
hear that or not. Sorry about that. Dogs
barking.
This dude, first of all, he worked like a 7-8 hour shift, whatever.
8 hours.
Gets home, edits for another 6 hours. That's his whole day right there.
Yeah, I
Just
went
for
to
the
like
video,
11 o'clock.
not to.
Oh, not to mention that first night, since it didn't work, I went to sleep around 11, woke up at 12:30, tried it again, didn't work, went back to sleep, woke up at 2:30, tried it again, didn't work, and when I woke up in the morning for work at like 6:30, tried it again, didn't work. And then I had to do it all again. I went to work and then came home next day and did it all over again, and I did that for like 3 days. And
Not only ruining like your life because obviously the hours you put into it, but like your
Right.
sleep schedule because
I know. I mean, it's worth it for
got
the
up
pod,
in the middle of
but
the night just to try and render it, and it's still
like I literally went and sat on my floor next to my bed and just tried to render the video, and I sat
crazy.
there until it was done rendering. So it was like over an hour. I was just staring at the computer. It happens, you know. I love this podcast, and I want to devote my life to this because I just love doing it, regardless the fame or any sort of situation like that. I just love this for this. I mean, me and Jaden get to just hang out and spend time together, and just, you know, something to look forward to every week. And it's fun to be able to have professional equipment and mics and like, but on that topic, I just want to get off this topic just because I'm so tired of you know, just dealing with this.
That's just like a quick little like summary of like why we really have been gone. Like,
Right.
It's really not our fault. It's like
No, it's just
even like
getting the shit end of the stick.
yeah.
And but the thing is too is we actually have a lot of really cool things coming up for the podcast. I don't want to say too much. We have some special guests lined up. That would be awesome. We have some YouTube content ideas that can play along with the podcast. So that'd be cool to get like extra behind the sines. That's not just the podcast.
Like, I don't want to speak on it.
I know. I don't
want
want
to
to say too much. And
I kind of want to surprise you guys.
Also, you know, I'm not gonna say too much, but
We could have did that today.
games
too,
are cool.
actually.
You like gaming? I don't know. Pretty
Hey,
cool.
you never know in the future.
Hey, that's all I'm gonna say. But I'm
Just a
very
little
excited
bit,
about
just a
those
little bit,
things.
little teaser.
Yeah, a little teaser. Little tease. But
But
yeah,
yeah, for
I want to get this podcast started, but we haven't even hit an intro yet.
I was
It's
just
a
gonna
long
do it. That's
intro.
why.
So
I was
yeah,
waiting for you to finish.
I'm gonna let my boy hit the intro, but I just want to say again, we're very sorry
Both
for
of us,
the lack
yes.
of content and just the stuff we've been going through. We're not quitting. We're not done.
Also, I just want to say real quick,
Yeah.
I've told this dude so many times, I'm like, if there's a day where you don't want to edit, like, literally let me, like, do it. And, like, it's just tough because you have a laptop and
I know the basics of what I'm doing, so it's been easy for me to just kind of repeat. But now that I'm running into issues, that's where we can't put out an episode. So we're still here the week after, still recording another episode. So we're still trying to put content out for you guys. But let's get this episode kicked off.
Oh, sorry. All right. We don't have our fitteds on.
But we got them beanies on.
Got the beanies on. Mic's on. Finish that for us.
Intro.
Shit, bro.
Beyond the J's, beyond the J's.
Take it away, Penny.
Take it away, Penny.
That was
Damn,
so funny.
we're not gonna have that
I
clip in there
know.
either.
Jaden, okay, that's
All right.
So what's up, guys? Back with another episode 5.5, whatever you want to call this. First things first, I want to get into that episode that we didn't get to put out.
God.
I know a lot of you guys love to call out Jaden for how, you know, he can be
Yeah,
very like quiet
no,
or, you know,
yeah,
not really engaged. Sure, he
like,
could do all that. But that episode that we did record, I'm gonna try to see if I can maybe throw some clips of that in this one.
Yeah, see if you
Jaden
can-
actually made me die laughing multiple times, and like he was so just.
It was probably my
authentic, and it was-
best talking episode yet.
Yeah.
And we came and fucking posted.
Yeah. Yeah, to get this episode kicked off this week,
Yeah, let's do our recaps.
yeah, let's start off with a
Well,
recap.
we have like a whole month to fucking recap.
I mean, yeah, but we kind of just summed it up. I mean,
yeah.
for me, and I'll start it off. I
Yeah.
mean, the last couple weeks, I mean, I know I haven't really done too much. I mean, I've just been working, podcast. Well, not even really podcast, because we just explained that the 2 weeks, now this episode. So I spent a lot of time devoted to putting effort into this podcast, and that didn't pay off. But you know what? You just got to keep pushing, got to keep going. I've been working, been kicking it. I've actually been playing a little bit of 2K recently. I'm just
played a little bit yesterday.
Yeah, we played
We were
yesterday.
cooking.
We just double XP and double rep and in the rec. Yeah, I'm just trying to like take some more time out of my days and just be able to sit there and play a little bit of video games, because people will say video games rot your
people are
brain
like-
and all
yeah,
that
people
bullshit.
say that. They're like, how could you sit for hours just playing games? I'm like, bro,
But
it's
it's
just
that easy.
to get away from reality.
It
to be
is.
honest,
It's an
just
escape.
It's like a
Therapy.
yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's
It's like
therapy.
a
It's an
therapy
escape
or like
from
a
life.
what'd you call that shit?
Zen, yoga, meditation.
Meditation. Yeah, it's like meditation.
It is. It's. I know a lot of people out there don't game, especially no sex this year, but I know a lot of girls don't game.
Actually, starting to find more girl
Yes,
gamers.
there is. I'm sure the people who are watching probably don't.
No,
I don't know for a
probably
fact.
not,
If you do,
but
that's
you
awesome.
never
But
know.
I noticed that a lot of people just don't. If you don't game, you don't get it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's one of
that's
those
true,
things
too.
like you have no idea the feeling of being able to lock into a game and just have fun with it, especially when you can grind. You can play with your friends and then you can grind like offline, pause, and it's just fun, and it's a good time. And PGA Tour just came out and I really want to buy it because I heard it's awesome. WWE is going to come out soon. That's going to be a fun game.
We'll touch up on that a little bit after. I had
Yeah,
some crazy stuff happen yesterday.
But yeah, I guess I'm trying to take some more time in life just to, kind of focus on just humbling my mental. I feel like it's always kind of just going crazy at all times, especially with how much I do in a week or even in a day.
That's
So
another thing. Is it kind of heals you mentally?
It does. So just
People
taking
don't see
and
that. People are just like, oh, you're just sitting there playing games. Like,
yeah. And
bro, even if you're crashing out playing like Call of Duty or Fortnite or something, like,
yeah, because then people are like, "Oh, if it's so relaxing, then why
Yeah,
are you
why are
punching
you
the TV
breaking
and
shit?" Like-
breaking shit?" Yeah, but that's part of the fun.
that, yeah.
I mean, if you
And that's how you get better.
if you win every game, is it gonna really be that fun?
Exactly.
I don't know, but yeah, you can. I'll let you give a little recap, but yeah, I just wanted to say I've been definitely trying to take some time to play some more video games, and just I feel like it's been nice to either play with friends and just have some downtime, or just just sit there and just collect myself, and just have have a little bit of fun and focus on myself. But take it away, Penny.
Take it away, Patty. Yeah, but that's really what I've been doing in my free time, because like I've always played games like my whole life, really, which is why like even podcasting is like kind of in my route, like
Yeah,
in life.
it's literally streaming,
It
but not
ties into
live
it in a
and not
way.
playing a video game.
Exactly. But for my recap, I mean, it's been a long time
You were
since the last episode.
I was gonna say you were sick, but that's
I had to watch the Super Bowl with the flu.
yeah, that's tough.
It was rough.
You're supposed to be at my house.
I was, yeah. I actually was.
Yeah,
Wait, no, actually I wasn't, because it also snowed that day.
yeah, we had plans for the Super Bowl and then ended up snowing like
It ended up snowing like
9 inches.
yeah.
That's big.
Pause. Pause.
That's too big for me.
So what do you mean by that? But yeah, other than that, really, I've just been working, going to the gym, of course, playing games. What were you gonna say?
I completely forgot. Me and Jaden both got the 16 Pro Maxes.
Oh my
I completely
god.
forgot to mention that. We've had the worst. Me and him both had the same issues. So with the port to like charge your phone, both of ours had like just so much buildup in it. Even if you
Yeah.
like cleaned it, it still didn't do anything. The charger would just fall out if you plugged it in. Like tossing a hot dog down a hallway. And then like my phone stopped charging on my.
Wait. What did you just say?
I was waiting for you to say something. And I was just
Wait.
I'll just keep going.
Say that again. What?
So the charger falls out of like the port, like throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
How did you even come up with
Anyways,
Anyways,
I'm not gonna address
that
it.
was
Anyways,
so random.
yeah, my phone wouldn't charge on like the wireless charger, so I have 16 Pro Max now in black, and I got a plug. Like
I
a
gotta look
phone
for
butt
mine
plug.
after this, by the way.
A phone
It's
butt
somewhere
plug.
under my car seat.
Oh yeah, it just goes inside. It's like a little silicone
It's
piece.
like the tiniest piece.
Goes right inside into like the charging port and just keeps the dust out and stuff. So I just got a brand new phone, so I'm not trying to ruin it like the last one. So
That's the thing too, is I already had that problem before you. Like I've been getting so sick of it. I've been using a MagSafe charger for everyone who doesn't know. Also, for everyone who isn't watching and you're a listener, which a lot of you guys seem to be listeners.
yeah,
We both have the Pro Max Black. I have a clear case on mine.
I
You
have.
got a black one, right?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a.
Yours has a MagSafe thing on it too.
Yeah, it does. It's a MagSafe, but it's like a kind of like a tinted like black
Yeah.
on the back, but it goes really well with like the black foam, which is pretty cool.
But for everyone who's like not like, I mean, don't take offense to this at all, but for anyone who's like not what's that word?
Technologically advanced.
Technologically savvy.
Oh,
or
savvy.
advanced, either
Yeah.
one. Fancy.
That was
the
fancy.
MagSafe's like the little circle on the back of the phone. If you have a case that's MagSafe, it's like a little circle on the back, and the charger is also a circle. So you, instead of plugging it in,
Just
it would lay
magnetizes.
on top of it, and like it's like magnets to it.
Yeah,
What's the
MagSafe
word for that?
magnetize.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
I also
yeah,
have
I've
an
seen
iPad,
that.
and I still haven't got it yet. But
Yeah, you got an iPad too.
it was like extra like $5 a month. I was
New
like,
camera
shit.
angle coming soon.
That's
Mhm.
another thing too. We were gonna have another camera angle planned for you guys, but it didn't come in yet.
Not this
well,
week.
I didn't go there yet because the guy didn't say anything.
Yeah, so maybe next week we'll kind of see how it goes. But I mean, at this
Do
point, we
some
can't predict
experimenting.
anything. We can't predict
Yeah.
anything at this
I
point.
was gonna say we can't even really make predictions because
No.
we don't even know what's gonna happen with this episode.
I know. Are you even gonna watch this episode? Maybe, maybe not. And if this episode ends up coming out and you make it to this point in the podcast, comment something. What should they comment?
I was gonna say, but that's a brand. Nope, can't do it.
I was gonna say just comment
Comment J's.
Jay. Yeah, Jay's. That's weird that we said that at the
No
same
way
time.
you're gonna say that.
Yeah, we said that at the same time. Jay's.
J's.
Um,
I don't have J's on.
no.
Oh, speaking of that, you want to go over a fit of the day?
Yeah, we can just go right into it. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first. Also, explain for the people who are listening.
I know. So we're gonna do a little
got
fit
you
of the
guys.
day just because we're on the topic. First and foremost, I just want to mention that me and Jaden did not plan a match.
I swear we did not.
You'll understand
plan.
when I explain it if you can't see us already. But
I swear to God, we did not
I
plan this at
texted him
all.
saying my fit is fire. He's like, yeah, mine is too, and we pretty much saw each other, walked out, and
Yeah,
saw each
'cause
other wearing the same.
I
fit.
asked him first. I was like, "What fitted are you wearing?" And then he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm not wearing a fitted today." I was like, I was low-key thinking a beanie.
And I was
he's
already
like,
had my
"Oh."
beanie on at the
He's
time
like-
when he texted me
He's
that.
like, "You're gonna love my fit."
Yeah.
I won't go into detail.
So
Pause.
yo. So I had Crocs. They're like
I
the
forgot you had those on.
the Birkenstock kind of clog things, but they're Crocs and they're made from the Cross-Lite, like the stuff the Crocs are made out of. But I had to take them off because my grandmother insisted on cleaning them. So I'm wearing my mom's slippers. They're like this fuzzy cream color. It looks like a sheep. And they have yellow smiley faces on them. So pretty drippy.
The Nike socks again.
The white Nike socks. I'm
Striking
always
again.
going to be wearing them. They can never go wrong. I'm actually wearing the same pants. Actually, no, never mind. Last episode I wore these pants too, but it doesn't matter because there's no last episode.
It doesn't even
The
matter.
gray Gymsharks. I feel like I always wear these every weekend. It's just hard not to because I have to
My
wear
fit
like
was so
jeans and
tough.
stuff all
I hate
week.
to cut you off. My fit was so tough last time.
Yeah, it was.
I wish I could see it, but you might see it in the clip if you're watching. If
True.
you're not listening, you wouldn't have seen it anyway, so it's okay.
Yeah, and so I mean, yeah, I wear these. I wear like jeans and like khakis and stuff all week at work. So when I love to just kick it in my
Yeah,
Gymshark
that's the thing, too,
sweatpants
is, like,
when I on the weekends.
Dressing up like in jeans and everything.
Like we have to do it all week. It's
now
like no really
on
chance
the weekends,
to wear
I'm
it.
just like, yeah, I'm
We're
wearing
so
sweatpants
bummy,
and
yeah.
Crocs. I love it.
I love it. It's so good. It's bummy, but it's awesome. So yeah, so I'm wearing those. I have a gray hoodie on, so I'm wearing the grout fit. It's the Eastman's Fishing Fleet out of Seabrook, New Hampshire. That's fine.
I will say I'm also wearing the grout fit.
Yeah, he is. That's
like I said,
what
we
we
did
meant.
not mean to do that on purpose.
So Seabrook, so the Eastman's Fishing Fleet out of Seabrook charters, no free promo, but if you if this summer you're looking for a nice charter to go on, catch some fish, eat them.
And you're in the area.
Yeah,
or
I'm in
not.
the area of Seaburg, New Hampshire by the beach. Definitely go check them out. I'm wearing this nice hoodie. It's one of my favorites. And then I am completing my fit with this lilac purple beanie from Bass Pro. And it is so tough, and I love it.
I love that color.
And it's just, lilac. It just hit different.
It
So
looks good on you too, pause.
hey, thank you. All right, you're up.
All right. Again, I got the same Crocs I had on before, all black, a bunch of gibbets on them. I won't name all the gibbets because we'll be here for hours.
Yeah, and I think you've already named them multiple times.
Yeah,
So.
I did. I think it was the last episode that we posted.
No. It was, oh no.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
the
last
one
one that we
Maddie.
posted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the black fuzz. They're like charcoal kind of, right?
They're black.
I'm trying to be fancy.
Dude, they're like charcoal, like smoky.
They're really on fire right now. Yeah, I got those on. Fuzzy socks. I love fuzzy.
Willow's fuzzy socks.
I love wearing fuzzy socks, especially in the winter. Even down here right now, my feet feel so warm.
I'm like comfortable right now for
I
some
am.
reason.
I thought it was gonna be freezing.
Yeah.
Anyways, I got these all gray Champion sweatpants on. Not the ones I had with the stripe on them, just plain gray. I got a gray Calvin Klein grout fit. Gray Calvin Klein hoodie with crew neck, yeah. No hoodie. With the nice Calvin Klein logo in the middle for those who can't see.
Yeah, it's tough.
And then we'll tell the story after, but I have this cream.
It's like a white cream.
White cream. Pause. White cream beanie from Bass Pro Shops. No free promo, but shout out to Bass Pro Shops anyways.
Yeah, that's one I'll shout out all day long. As much as
Yeah.
you can sponsor us, Bass Pro.
We'll
love
give
you. I
your
know everything
flowers,
about
Bass Pro
fishing.
Shops.
I just went to your store 3 times this week. So
Yeah, speaking of that, we actually just went before we recorded this.
yeah, so when Jaden saw my beanie, I know Jaden's been like on the beanie wave lately, and I kind of have some good ones, and I know he was like, just like, trying to expand his beanie game. So I told him, I'm like, hey, like, Bass Pro, actually, I just went yesterday and got this beanie that I'm wearing because I went earlier in the week and I was like, oh, I need it. So I went back, and then on our way to, our setup, I was like, oh, like Bass Pro's actually like on the way. So we went and stopped there.
They weren't even open yet. Like we were there like 10 minutes before they opened.
Like 20 minutes
eating
before
our
they opened.
breakfast.
They had some breakfast in the car.
But yeah, and then I just wanted like a tighter beanie because the Carhartt ones, like they're nice, but like they're like looser.
And they're tall as hell.
Yeah. Like this one's tall. It's just because I got a big ass head, but it's not as tall.
No.
I love this one already though.
Yeah, it's tough.
You put me on.
Yeah, that's like I have like that colored beanie, but it's from American Eagle.
I love that one too. That one's so fire.
That one's like your Carhartt one. It's like super loose, like because I like broke it in.
I needed a tight one though, because like my Carhartt one's like loose. The one that you got me with like the ski mask, that one's kind of loose.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if I ever mentioned that. I got him and our other buddy Ryan that was on the podcast at some point. He popped in. Yeah, I for a Christmas present, one of the Christmas presents I got them was it is a beanie. So it's like rolled up into a black beanie, and then you can roll it down, and it's a shiesty mask. And then because it gets a shiesty, and then you can roll it up into a beanie. I thought it was super cool, so I got us each one, so all 3 of us have them.
I'm not gonna lie, I've worn it like twice though, because it's like
I've never worn it.
I think it might have been once or twice, but
Ryan actually wears his like a lot.
that's so funny.
I don't wear mine at all. It's too tight on my
actually,
head.
a little funny story. The day that it was snowing, not the Super Bowl one, the day that it snowed like that week before or whatever, my mom, shout out my mom, love you mom. She was going like early in the morning to get coffee across the street or whatever, and she's like, I need a hat. Do you have any hats? And she grabbed that one, and she put it on.
No
I was
way.
dying.
That is so fun. Did she put the shiesty on?
No, she didn't put the shiesty on. I should have had it, put it on. I would have sent you a picture.
Dude, I would have died. That's so funny. Shout out Jaden's mom. They'll never forget the time when she came into our job.
Oh yeah.
And it was Jaden's mom and Jaden's aunt. First of all, so like I've vaguely seen them on FaceTime. Like I've never met them at this point. And there was just one day I was in work and I was walking and all of a sudden I heard someone yell my name. And I looked around. I didn't recognize anybody, so I was just like, okay, maybe that wasn't like for me. So I just kept walking, and then they yelled my name again. So I turned around, and they're like, "You're Jake, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, like I'm Jaden's mom, and like this is his aunt." And I'm like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, once I looked at you, I'm like, I knew you, but I didn't know how I knew you, and I was so confused. Someone calling my name, and I gave them both hugs. Like they both hugged me. Like they were just so cool. Like it was one of like the funniest things.
When you told me that story.
Yeah, Jaden wasn't even there that day.
I wasn't
too.
there. I was getting a. Oh, I was getting
a Saturday. Yeah, so
I was
you
getting
weren't
a
working.
frame for the shirt.
Oh
at,
yeah.
What was it? I don't even know what store it was, but it was like no free promo. It was like one of the craft stores.
Yeah, like Michael's or something.
Yeah, you said it anyways.
Oh,
it's
whatever. It's a
Michael's.
store, whatever. You can't avoid it. But yeah, no,
Bro,
it was
just gonna matter anyways, bro. They ain't seen this shit.
Yeah, right. You didn't see the shit.
But I was getting a frame for this shirt I had autographed by a rapper.
Hey, shout out Yori.
Shout out Scory.
What a guy.
Fire.
Yeah, seeing
Maybe one day we'll
Jaden.
have him on.
That'd be sick.
Never
Stay
know.
tuned for that. Seeing Jaden's mom and aunt though was hilarious, and that was like one of the funniest things
I was
ever.
dying.
But
I was
they were
right
so
in the
cool.
store. Like I was trying not to die because there was like people next to me. And I was like,
It was so random. Like I don't know how like they recognized me so quickly. Like I was so thrown off by that, but no, I made my day. It was actually really cool.
oh,
And
because I was texting you how I almost got hit. Remember?
yeah, that's right. That's right.
So I was coming off of like a highway. Like it was like a little like not like an intersection, but like how do you like explain that? Like there's an exit, and then people who can't see this, I'm sorry. Like there was a way to get on it, like right next to it, and then there's obviously like
The
cars
connector?
coming this way. Yeah, it's kind of like that. But like this guy, it was clear for me to go. By the way, this guy decided to pull up on the entrance and pull a U-turn. Like he like pulled in and like turned, and as I was going,
Yeah.
so he almost hit me. I'm like, what the fuck, like. You can't even do that.
No, people are crazy.
That's why I remember I was crashing out. I was crashing out texting you, and he's like, "What did you say?" You were like, "Oh, I just saw your mom." I was like, "What?" You said something like that. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, they just
I was
pulled up on me,
dying.
and I thought it was the funniest thing ever. But yeah, I mean, me and Jaden are crossing that territory now, where like we've just been around for so long. Like my grandmother treats him like another grandson.
Yeah. Shout out Grammy.
He got Valentine's Day gift from my grandmother.
We got a little Easter gift too.
Yeah, a little early Easter gift
Yeah.
too. You know, it's cool, it's fun, and
W
like
Grammy.
it just motivates this podcast more too. When like, because you know, I don't know, it's just it's one thing to just have us be chilling here doing this, but once we're like kind of locked in with our families, like it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's different, and it's
Like, even like his mom's here and everything. Like even
Yeah.
her.
yeah, like even my mom, like it's yeah, like Jaden's part of the family now. Like that's just how it's gonna be. So, if I call him daddy, then that's fine. It's just family. Hey yo,
Hey yo.
that's not getting put in the podcast.
Leave it in.
All right, maybe I'll leave it in. So, I need a minute. I'm a swerving. Oh, damn it. I wanted to hear it. I'm a swerving the corner. Whoa. I got the Primby account. Verified Primby account.
What?
Have you not seen that?
No.
Dude, LeVar Ball got the verified Primby account on TikTok. He's like, not only did I grow my foot back, but I got the Primby account. Verified. He goes, if I wanted to grow my foot back, I would. He's like, I can. And for all y'all that say he still can't beat Michael Jordan, I give him 70
Oh, I saw that.
with one foot.
I didn't see the whole clip though.
So funny. And then so he records like a 15-second video, like saying like, if I wanted to grow my foot back, I could. And then at the end, he just goes, I'm a swerve in the corner.
Yeah,
whoa,
I did see
whoa."
that clip.
And then it will like
I did
play
see
this.
that clip, yeah. Speaking of that, did you see that? Obviously, like, Neon was the one who showed, like, the Jello clip of that song originally.
Oh, yeah.
LeVar was like, yeah, it's my Indian son. You didn't see that?
No.
LeVar literally was like, "Yeah, that's my Indian son." I was like,
For all the
"What?
Ball brothers, neon
What's a
ball.
simulation we live in?"
I know LeVar Ball. It's a LeVar Ball world, and we're just living in it.
Dude, he was such a character though. Like, he's so funny.
Dude, but
Like before with Chino Hills and everything.
Yeah,
that
'cause
dude was hilarious.
it's crazy how he legit predicted. Like, he had all 3 sons go to the NBA, and 2 of them are. Well, one of them is balling out of their mind. The other one can't stay healthy, and the other one turns to
Speaking of
rapping
that,
now.
did he didn't make the All-Star game.
LaMelo?
Yeah.
No, he snubbed.
They snubbed him.
Yeah, he should have made
Did you
it.
see that they put Trae Young in though after they took out AD? I think.
Yeah.
Because AD got
Yeah,
hurt.
yeah. Did you even watch
Trae
the All
should have
Star
been
game?
in. No,
Oh, you didn't?
I heard it wasn't. I heard All-Star Weekend wasn't good this year.
Dude, it's the
Like,
dunk contest was all right. The 3-point contest was
The skills
terrible.
challenge. I did see a clip of
Wemby and
Chris
Paul cheated,
They got
bro.
disqualified.
Yeah, they cheated.
That was kind of smart though by them.
It
But
was,
at the same
but
time, you
Then if
can't-
everyone did that,
yeah.
then that's not fun
it
to
would
watch.
ruin the point of it.
Right. And I mean, so that was the skills challenge. Kind of sucked. The 3-point contest, Tyler Hero shouldn't have won that.
He did win it.
Yeah, Tyler Hero won. He shouldn't have. It was like
Was Curry in it?
no, everyone just put on like some pretty poor shooting performances, except for Buddy Hield tied Steph Curry for the most points in a
He's
3-point
nasty in the
contest.
3-point contest for whatever reason.
Yeah, right. And
Yeah,
then
sorry for everyone who hates when we talk about sports.
I know. We have to. It's
You just have to. We gotta catch up a little bit.
yeah. And then so the dunk contest, obviously Mac McClung is a beast. I could just watch him like they really say at the dunk contest like, we
He's
should just have Mac
nasty.
McClung just do some dunks and he'll play against himself. Like
The thing is though, is that they're putting all these like random people in it. Like obviously they're not random, but
Yeah.
like Mac McClung's in a G League, isn't he?
no, he's
Or he
technically
was?
signed to the Magic right now.
Okay. But like they have like G League players. It's like you might as well throw in like I don't know LeBron,
Well, they
like Zion.
well, that's the thing is
like-
they don't want to do it.
Bro, imagine a dunk contest next year. NBA, take fucking notes.
Well,
bro.
no, but that
Imagine a dunk
See, you
contest
haven't
next year with
watched.
Ja Morant, like Mac
Well-
McClung.
well, Mac McClung's not going to do it again. He's done after the 3-peat.
He said he's done. He said he's not
But-
gonna do it again.
He did say that he tried to recruit like John Morant, Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon to do it
That would be
again, and
so
they all like
fire.
seem like they're down for it. So imagine
the
next
thing.
year you get like Ja, Wick,
Ja would be so fire.
Aaron
That dude's-
Gordon,
that dude's
Zach
unreal.
LaVine, and then imagine like someone like Zion joins in. Like it could be like anybody. If you're a nasty dunker, like I just want, like where's the Blake Griffin jumping over a car? Like yeah, Mac McClung
Mac
just did that,
McClung,
but
that was kind of crazy.
it was
though.
disgusting. But like Blake Griffin was like the first person to do that, and that
Yeah.
was so cool to watch, and it like broke the world. And see,
Bro,
we
Aaron
need stuff
Gordon,
like that
too.
again. We need tight competition. We need to be fun. And I'm sorry, but the format of the All Star game I
That's
did
another
not
thing,
like at
is
all.
that they did a lot of like sponsorships and like
Dude, Mr.
they cut
Beast
off-
did like a halftime thing.
I was gonna say they took most of the time off of it to do all this other stuff.
And I didn't like the format. So for all of you who
I
don't
didn't
know,
watch
the
it
All Star
personally,
game
but-
format is instead of having just an East versus West or like one team versus another team, it was a 4-team format. So it was Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, and Candace Parker
All
each
the-
had a team, and
Mhm.
they pretty much drafted a team based off of all the people who were in the actually they didn't draft a team technically because so there was like one team had like the world team, so all like the people who are from like other countries. There was one that was the OGs, so it was Curry, LeBron, Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum. Like obviously
And,
they
like, the
won. I mean
countries
they're
was, like,
disgusting.
Jokic, Luka,
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah, and they had a young team. So there was like a bunch of young people. Then they had like the rookie team, which was like people who were like in the G League or just like
Yeah.
rookies and stuff. So they're not even all-stars, and they still technically made the All-Star game. And then they played 2v2 format. So one team played well, actually, sorry, not 2v2. It's like a tournament format. So 2 teams played each other, and the other 2 teams played each other.
And
And then the winner of each game played for the final game, and pretty much. And so all they had to do was what they just had to get to. There's no
it was a score,
timer.
It was a
You had to get to,
score
like, 40
limit, not a
points.
time limit. It was
yeah, you had to get
weird.
like 40 points, or something like that.
Also, speaking of Wemby, poor dude's out for the whole
Like
next
the blood
season.
clots on his arm or shoulder, whatever.
I
That's
mean,
terrible.
I feel like every guy, like every NBA player that's like 7'4" plus is always dealing with some type of.
Well, yeah, I
something
mean,
because
dude,
they're
that's an
so-
unnormal. Yeah,
that's-
it's like a not normal build.
Dude, he's gonna be a problem.
Yeah,
He already has been, and he's second
his
season.
second year. Yeah, he's a beast, bro. But I don't know. I mean, back to the All-Star game though, like I just didn't like that format. I love just a good East versus West. The old format, for people who don't know, like the most recent format was, so they had like the two people with the top picks, so with the top votes, so like say LeBron and like Giannis, for example, they would draft a team of everyone else who made the All-Star game, and they would play like Team LeBron versus Team Giannis, whatever. So then they changed that last year back to East versus West. And so how that worked is they played a game, they played all 4 quarters, or sorry, they played 3 quarters, I think, and then whatever the highest score was, so say it was like 156 to 124, they would add 24 points to the highest score, so like add 24 to 156 or whatever I said, and then whoever reaches that number first wins. So I really liked that only because for Kobe, like the 24.
Yeah, R.I.P. Kobe, by the way.
Yeah,
that
rest in
like
peace.
changed the whole like NBA, the world.
Especially because he was so like, you're still really young. Like,
Well, that's the thing too, is that not only was it Kobe, like he lost his daughter, her basketball, what was it, like her teammates.
she had like a couple teammates and their parents. Like,
That's
and then
sad.
then you have to think of like his wife Vanessa and
Obviously
like, his
the
other
pilot,
kids.
too, like-
yeah, and
I mean, it's not really the pilot's fault.
it's just
like there's
unfortunate.
nothing he could have really done.
Yeah, I
It's just
mean,
they
just
really shouldn't
unfortunate.
have. Oh, that could have been prevented. That's the thing. If they knew the weather conditions were that bad,
I know.
definitely could have
Obviously,
been
wouldn't have.
prevented. I remember seeing that pop up. I was like, it was like Kobe Bryant dead in a helicopter crash along with daughter. I was like, did I see that right? Like, it's almost like Juice WRLD. Like, it was
Yeah.
one of those. I was like, did I just read that right? And then I click on it. It's like TMZ. I'm like, no way.
Yeah, realizing that was real. Sorry, I just got the shivers.
Uh-huh.
Realizing that
I
was
saw
like
that.
a real thing, like once it happened, like that was just like me with Juice WRLD. Like he's one of my favorite artists. He's like my top 3 of all time.
Nothing hurt me worse than the Juice WRLD one. Though.
I literally remember I was in AutoZone with my cousin and the news broke, and I literally just fell to my knees immediately.
Really?
Like legit. Like I saw it and I immediately fell to my knees, and I was so upset.
I'm sorry, everyone. This is gonna be such a sad episode.
I know. We're just I don't know what it is, but
But yeah, I remember that day too. I was working. I worked at like a nursing home. I was like in like the kitchen and stuff, and I was on my break. I was sitting in the break room, and like people were coming in, like obviously clocking in, whatever, because like the time card was like in the break room, whatever.
yeah.
So like people were coming in, they're like, "Did you hear Juice WRLD died?" The first person, I was like, "You're lying." Like obviously, I was like, "You're lying. That's not true." Whatever. She's like, "Yeah."
Hearing it from someone else is
then
worse.
Literally, like a half hour later, the next person comes in and they're like, "Bro, Juice WRLD died." I was like, "All right, what the fuck?" Like,
I know.
and then I like checked my phone and I'm seeing it everywhere. Juice WRLD dead. Juice WRLD dead from seizure or whatever. And airport.
Overdose,
I'm like,
seizure at an airport. Yeah, that's
another thing that could have been prevented too.
yeah. It could have been, but
Also, I just want to say before you continue, that documentary that they have was so good.
Into the Abyss. That was a
such
great
good
documentary. I'm gonna have to rewatch that.
It's on HBO Max though. I don't have HBO Max.
You could probably rent it or something. I'm definitely gonna have to watch that again because
Oh
that's
my god,
I
it was
watched
so
it like 3
good.
times, but I don't really
Me
remember
too,
it.
I
It
watched
was a
like
while
3
ago.
times.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Alright,
yeah,
yeah.
for the sentimental
I'm sorry,
episode.
let's go
we're
to
just
the
getting,
sad topics.
Yeah, we're just getting like in our bag over a lot of random things.
It's just tying in together though. It's like
I know it does. It's just all like unfolding.
so.
Yeah. So.
So last night was the Elimination Chamber for all you wrestling fans.
Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out to you guys.
I didn't even watch this. I only just saw like a clip.
You didn't
so.
even need to watch it. You can open up social media and you can see what happened. So for whatever reason, Travis Scott was there.
My dog.
So The Rock. Well, first John Cena won the Elimination Chamber. Cody Rhodes came out after as a champion. They're gonna fight at WrestleMania for the title, and The Rock comes out because The Rock offered. This sounds crazy. Everyone's been making it a meme. It's so fucking funny. But he told Cody like he wanted his soul, because Cody's like a good guy. The Rock's like a bad guy. He wanted like him to be The Rock's champion. So, The Rock comes out. The Rock's like, "What's your answer, Cody?" Cody. They didn't bleep any of these swears either. Like they bleeped some of the swears earlier from like CM Punk and shit, but Cody's like, I already gave my soul to these people like a year ago, whatever. And then he's like, The Rock, fuck you, whatever. Like he said, fuck you, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then him and John Cena are like, they're dabbing up, whatever, they're hugged. The Rock's looking at John Cena. John Cena has that face on, and he hits him with the throat slit for whoever people can't see. And then he counts 1, 2, 3. They finish hugging. John Cena kicks him right in the nuts.
Bro was down for the count.
I was watching with my boys. We were all like,
Not to
shocked.
mention the belt to his fucking head.
Well, not only that, fucking Travis Scott is punching him.
Yeah, Travis Scott just started going ape shit.
I'm like, bro, what is Travis Scott doing here?
Bro, he's
I
like,
thought he was gonna perform.
Yeah, he's just chilling.
He's like, what is he doing there? Yeah, Cody was like bleeding.
Yeah, he
They're
got
like,
so what? John
was beating
Cena
the fuck out of him with like
didn't he like
brass knuckles, his belt. Well, they said it was brass knuckles, but it was like a watch. You can see.
Yeah, and he was bleeding like all over the ring.
And then
It
they
was
held
such
him
a
down and just
crazy-
beat him with the belt.
Yeah, such a crazy scene. I just saw the video. I didn't even watch it, but I'm sure live must have been nuts, especially if you're really into it too.
That's the thing is, wrestling's been cooking like the past like year, ever since Vince left and everything, and nobody like people were speculating like something was gonna happen, but I thought either Cody was gonna accept it and like turn into a bad guy, or like I don't know, they would both beat the fuck out of The Rock or something. I did not expect whatsoever to see John Cena turning into a bad guy because that was his first time in like 20 years being a bad guy.
I love it. I love
It's
it.
fire though. It's gonna be a
Such a
crazy
good
year
twist
for him.
But see, now that Vince isn't in charge of all that stuff, like they can do that stuff. But that's stuff people want to
It's so
see
much more
because you'll never expect it.
It's so much more authentic without him because like even the commentators, they're like they have more leniency with like how they report everything. Because before like they would have to be like lines like you'd have Vince in their ear like, oh yeah, don't say this because blah 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 blah. But it's kind of crazy. Like now they actually like bro, one of the announcers would be swearing too. It's like what the fuck, Rock? Like stop this. Like
Yo, that's so.
it was
funny.
just crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah, just quick little story about yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch it, but I saw once you texted me to look at the clip, dude. Oh, I was like,
I knew you were
that's
gonna see it
nuts.
because it was literally everywhere. I opened my phone.
Oh yeah, you
I
were right.
opened
The second I
IG,
opened it, it was
Bleacher Report, ESPN, Complex. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be everywhere.
dude.
I mean, it's like the two biggest wrestlers like ever are like teaming up now
Yeah,
as bad guys.
yeah, and they're both were good guys for
Most of their years.
yeah, like especially John Cena.
Even The Rock though.
I know.
Like he was a bad guy for a few times.
Can you smell what the Rock is cooking?
I wish he doesn't have that theme anymore.
Oh, he doesn't.
Cause he's a bad guy now. He doesn't.
Oh, so we got to change. What is
he
it
doesn't
now?
say that shit anymore. It's just like.
Is it Moana? Imagine.
How does that? How's it go? When he's singing.
What
like,
can
what
I
can
say?
I say? Yeah,
Except
that's what I was
you're
thinking of.
welcome. Imagine he walked out to that as a bad guy.
He said that once. During like a random Raw last year, like when he came back, he said that, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Hey, what can I say? Except you're welcome.
You saw a clip of him like dancing with his kids.
Yeah, dude, he's a good ass dad, dude. Like let me just say, like, while we're on the topic of The Rock, no glaze. Like, I have loved The Rock for like my entire childhood. Like,
Even in movies.
the
too.
eyebrow thing. Like, I always used to my aunt used to always say I look like The Rock, and I was just like a little kid. Love that, and he's like such an inspiration to me. Like, he's like the person
He's
that
still jacked.
I look up to. Like, he's so committed to like his gym
No
grind.
glaze.
He has his energy drink company. He has his tequila company.
That
he has his
fucking-
Under Armour
The
brand.
shampoo.
He has the shampoo that's in
soap,
like Targets
whatever.
now. He has he's in Moana, and now he's gonna do like the live action. He's
done movies with like Kevin Hart. Like,
he
all
does
these people,
movies, he
yeah.
does music, dude. Like, he could do everything, and he is such an inspiration because he never, like, he has more than enough money to like just never do work a day in his life, and he has generational money.
Yeah, he didn't have to come back. Like, he's basically
Yeah.
in charge of it. Like, he's one of the board members of like
Yeah,
their
I mean, as he
group or
should be.
whatever.
But that's the craziest
Like,
thing to
he
me
doesn't
is
have to do any of this stuff. Like,
you're already so successful, and you have a tequila brand, and then you
he
make
retire right now.
you have tequila, you have your clothing brand that's in like a ton of stores.
Obviously, the WWE merch too.
WWE, like you have an actor, you can do everything, and it's just in like WWE, like all that, dude. Like he can do everything, and it is super inspirational. And he's still like a really good dad, like a family guy. And
I hate that people like you can't give anyone their flowers, or else people are like that's glaze, that's
yeah, I know.
glaze.
And like I said, I'm not trying to glaze. I've just loved him forever, and just watching the come up from like. Obviously when I was younger, I was watching like The Game Plan. Like he was like not really the
Tooth Fairy.
The Tooth Fairy,
Tooth
like
Fairy.
those kind of movies. Like those were like, and then all of a sudden even like Fast and the Furious and like whatever. But it's, we watched him from that, and he went from just like an actor to now he's the largest
Everything.
man I've ever seen in my life. Pause. Like he's just juiced, like he's jacked, obviously.
He's definitely taking steroids at some point in his life.
I'm sure, but
like there was a lot of wrestlers back then. Like there was a whole scandal before with
yeah,
Vince.
and I'm sure like PD's the world, I guess.
It wouldn't happen now because Triple H is in charge.
Yeah, good. You shouldn't be anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, The Rock he's like my inspiration. Like he's the person I look up to. I mean, not even for like specific things he's done, but just what he's done with everything.
John Cena's my childhood hero.
Yeah, John Cena.
This year one's about to be crazy.
Yeah.
Going for Raw tomorrow. If he's on
Oh yeah, Netflix.
Netflix.
No free promo.
Travis might be there.
Oh god. Yeah, that man needs to stick to singing.
I wonder if he's gonna have like a run now, like in that team.
Did you see the negative aura video of him?
Yeah, he's just sitting in the back, like doing random shit.
Not even that. It was the video of like he was like walking into some place and there's paparazzi snapping a million pictures. He stops, does this like weird arms crossed pose. Everyone stopped taking pictures that entire time he did that, and the second he started walking away, they started taking pictures again. It was the most awkward thing, and it like everyone's like negative aura. Like, I just want to reenact this. So like he's walking, like people are just taking pictures.
For people who can't see,
And all of a
he's
sudden
just
he
reenacting it.
Cameras off, dead silent. Not one picture was taken of him, and then he kept walking. Immediately,
He's just
camera snapping. Fucking hilarious.
That'd be so embarrassing though.
Yeah, that's.
I'd be like,
I would be so
I'm not
embarrassed.
coming back to the store.
No, it was like an event. Like,
An event?
yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but still, it was so funny. But on that topic of like, I don't know. So like, you'd say John Cena's like your childhood hero, like someone you'd like.
I wouldn't say childhood hero, but like,
But like
I still love
me,
him.
like with The Rock, like I said, like how would you like? Who would be like your person?
That's so tough.
I know. I just know The Rock because I've always felt that way.
I used to love John Cena. Like, I used to have like shirts, like the headband.
Hell yeah, the arm. But
The
dude, we
armband.
could put the armband on our heads because he was so juiced, too. And that shit fit right over my
I
head.
don't even know who else I would say. Like, I think it would have to be John Cena then.
That's fair. I mean, especially like he's from around here too, so
Yeah, hometown hero.
yeah, he's that guy.
Oh yeah, I think I might have said this. I don't know if it was in the last one or the one before. I think it was the one with Maddie, maybe.
Wow.
But I met John Cena's dad, like at my school.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you did mention that.
I think I did. So I
That's
won't
pretty
touch
cool.
up on that, but it was cool. It was a cool experience.
Yeah, I mean that's just like I don't know, it's just like a random thing. It's like super cool.
It was so random because it
It's
was like
I was working at
after-school
Market
program.
Basket and like all the Phase guys just walked in.
Nuh-uh. I
Yeah.
don't think you told me this.
I did. I told you this. Cause I was working one day and I was like
Bro, I would
bagging
shit
at Market
myself.
Basket, and then all of a sudden, who was it? Temper.
I forget that they're from like Lawrence.
Who was it? I think it was
Methuen Sensei, maybe.
It was
'Cause I know
yeah.
Sensei's
No,
from, like,
Sensei
Methuen
wasn't
or
with them. It
something.
was
He's
Temper and
not.
Banks. They both just walked in.
Thanks.
Yeah. Because they're from around here.
Did anyone notice? Like,
Oh yeah, but
Like-
like, so the thing is like they came through my line too, while I was
did you
bagging.
check them out?
Yeah, I was while I was bagging, so like I bagged. Like, they didn't
Did
need
you
bags
talk
for their
to
stuff.
them?
Yeah, dude, I was like, I knew exactly who they were, so I dapped both of them up. I was just like, yo, I'm like huge fan, man. Like, I'm glad you're like back at your roots, cause I'm like, I know you're from around
What do
here.
you say?
They were just like, yeah, man, we're just back home for a little bit. He's like, hey, we had to grab some stuff. I'm like, nah, that's
so
cool.
tough.
I didn't want to ask her picture. I was too scared.
Yeah, I would have been like, because
I
don't
mean,
know.
Banks and Temper, like that was so cool to see them come.
I
in
would have
there.
had to shoot my shot. I would have been like, you know, do you think you can give me a picture?
See,
real quick?
looking back on it now, I really wish I did. I
Yeah.
was like stunned. I would never expected them to just walk in. It was one of those things that like they walked in, you're like, that guy looks familiar, because you never like would just expect FaZe Temper or FaZe Banks to just walk in to a market basket in the middle of nowhere.
Actually, funny story. One of my friends from high school, one of his like best friends. We also went to high school with them, but his brother, like the kid that was like, he was like a grade above us. His brother is actually like best friends with Banks, and like he'll like go over.
Oh no way!
He'll like go over there like when he comes down there, like when he comes down here,
That's
and like
sick.
they just like chill and shit. I'm like,
How have you not linked up with them?
yo Banks, where you at? What?
Where you at, boy? You like podcasts?
Like he. Speaking of that, did you see that he was on the Talk to a podcast?
I didn't see that.
But he was like blunt with her, like he wasn't like on her side or anything, which
Yeah.
I love that. I was like,
Yeah, good. No,
I was
none
like,
of that.
he could have actually destroyed his career if he like helped her, like was on
Oh,
her side.
yeah. But he's smart enough.
Yeah, no,
Oh, dude. So
he's like a straight up guy.
now that we're on the topic, I think that's, I don't know. I think it's kind of cool, like meeting like famous people. Like, what was your like number one
I have one
famous person
I
experience?
haven't like met anyone like that, but there's one person. So I was on vacation in New York City in Times Square, and I was in like my sophomore year of high school. I was with my cousins and like my mom, my aunts and stuff. We were just walking around Times Square. It was like during the day too. It was like so random. But there was an event, like I don't know, some big event. So like everyone was gonna be there. Actually, before I even say who, also, when we were in bed later, like at like 1 a.m., I see stories of like Rich the Kid, Lil Mosey. They're all like in Times Square. I'm like, fuck, I could have met them too. That was when they were popping. Like, I mean, Mosey kind of went down because of that whole case, but,
Yeah.
which he was found not guilty anyways. But
Right.
poor dude. Yeah, we were just walking, and I don't know if you know him, but you remember the Drake song that's like Kiki. You
Yeah.
remember Shiggy? The
Yeah.
Shiggy Show?
Yeah.
We were randomly walking, and he walked past us. My cousin looked at him. He's like, "Yo, is that Shiggy? Like the guy who's in who's the Drake dance?" or
Yeah.
whatever."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Oh shit!" So we turned around, and like my cousin went to go get him, and he was like, "Yo, can we get a picture real quick?" And I have a picture. I want to show.
Do you have it?
I think I had it posted before. I think I do have it. Sorry, I might have to cut a little bit of this out
That's fine.
while I search for it. Oh yeah, right here.
Damn, you found it that quick.
Just look at this picture of me. You're gonna cry.
Let me see. Oh, let me see that. Oh my god. That's so casual. I would have never recognized him like that.
We didn't at first. Like he just walked past us, and we were like, "Wait, that's the dude." Because that was like when that song just came out.
You have to send me this so I can put this on. That is
what?
insane, dude.
Oh yeah, put it in the
That is not you.
For everyone who can't see, obviously it's me, but like I was like,
Yo,
a
bring
really
back that
big dude.
haircut.
No. So when I was in high school, I had short hair. Like I didn't grow out my curls
Wow.
until after high school, which is such a. I wish I had curls in high school. Yeah, actually, you're gonna put it in anyways.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna go and
you
show
show
you
it.
guys real quick. Yes, this is me. I know.
Yeah. I know.
I know. I know. Yes, this is me.
Yeah, show the camera.
Oh my.
Yeah, make sure you can see it on the other side.
First of all, what the fuck is that fit?
What is that fit? No, that's fire, bro. You got the Vans bag with the Vans
First
on.
of all, what is that fit? Bro. Oh.
That's
I
funny
love
as
looking
hell.
back on pictures now being like,
I know.
don't look like
Dude,
that
your
anymore.
glow up has been insane. It's a run, a generational run.
isn't that so random though?
It is.
Let me see. I think
That is just such a random one.
can you search by like the date?
Yeah, you could
Or
like
you
search by
can.
like anything. I've met a lot of famous people, but one of the most recent ones was I was at Encore, the casino, and me and my girlfriend got a hotel room there for the night, so we like we're checking in and like we get into like the elevator, and this sketchy dude gets on. He looks like he's just been partying. Like he looks crazy. He has these big like pit viper like looking sunglasses on. Like
I think I know who you're about to say,
and
I'm actually gonna die if it's exactly who I'm
no,
thinking
I don't
of.
think it's who you think. But he like walks in, dude has this like long hair going. He was just
I think I do.
He was so excited to talk to us, and he was just like, "Hey, how's your night going? Like, you guys staying here? Like, oh, that's awesome." Now I'm looking at this dude like, I know exactly who you are, but like, there's just no way. Like, I was just in shock. Like, I couldn't believe it. I'm literally wearing a Red Sox hat too. Keep in mind. So, yeah. So then, like, we were talking to him for a little while, and then he was like, "Oh, I hope you guys have a great night. Like, maybe I'll see you around. Okay, like, cool, whatever." He leaves. Didn't think anything of it because I was like, I was like, kind of like, just like, I feel like I know who that was. Like, that's so, like, weird to me. Like, it was like I was just blown away, and it bothered me because I was like, I don't know who the hell that is. Like, I know who it is, but I just like the glasses and the hat, and I was just kind of like maybe. All of a sudden, like an hour and a half, 2 hours later, there was a UFC event in Boston.
Sean.
No.
Oh, it's not Sean O'Malley?
No, I wish. That'd be sick. But
wait, before you continue, can I say who I think it is before you do?
You're not going to get it yet.
I thought you were going to say Riff Raff for whatever reason. I don't know. You know who Riff Raff is, right?
No. Well, I've heard of him, but I don't know.
Because you said long hair, the pit viper, so I was like, maybe it's like this goofy looking. Like,
no, so yeah,
I was like, maybe it's like Riff Raff or some random
like
shit.
the Boston Garden, like the TD Garden Instagram literally posted a picture of this dude that I was on the elevator with. It was fucking Johnny Damon.
Oh shit! He's from Boston, isn't he?
Played for the Red Sox like ever, yeah. He was also like he was staying at Encore too. Yeah, and then I was so mad because they tagged him and they said like, oh, like Johnny Damon in the building, and I looked at it. I was so mad. See, I meet these famous people and I don't take pictures and I regret it. Like I literally like I almost couldn't believe it because I was just so like, it's one of those things you're not expecting to see someone. So like when you see them, it's just kind of like, you know. I'm wearing my Red Sox hat and everything. Like, I was so mad. I was so mad. Cool though, I met him. Wicked cool guy.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I did not expect.
Oh, you know Terry O'Reilly? He played for the Bruins. Like way back when.
I'm not like I know like this much about hockey.
So he's like a Bruins legend. Like great at hockey. He so I had a beach house in Salisbury and
Wait, what's his name?
Terry O'Reilly.
No, because if he would have been in like NHL as like one of the games as a legend, I might have known him, but
maybe.
I don't think he was. Maybe now, I don't know.
He has like a beach house at Salisbury, so like he was just a local guy. Like every summer, like I had my beach house there, so I was there all summer long, and like he would always be. So he had one of those lay down bikes that you'd lay down, and he'd have a little trailer on the back, like a small trailer. You look inside the trailer, there's just like a bunch of puppies. Bro, and he was like literally like his puppy. He's like dogs had like puppies, and like he would have them and ride around with like 7 puppies in like the back of like this little like breathable like open like little trailer on the back of his bike as he's riding around. Cool guy. You could just go up to him and talk to him. Like you can pet the dogs. Like super cool guy, but it's just so casual that like he's just you know what I mean. I could tell stories about people I've met all day. Paul Pierce, my goat.
There's not really. Yeah, that was a
I'll show that
story.
picture while Jaden's thinking too, because I look
You're still gonna have to
so
put it in.
different too.
No, don't forget to put it in.
I'll put it in still, but
He's
I'm
gonna forget. I feel like there's one more person that I've not met, but I've definitely seen, but I can't think of who. I don't remember where. No, it's not often you see celebrities.
Yeah,
especially
no, it's
in this
not.
area, unless they're like hometown people. Like imagine running into like Mark Wahlberg or something. It'd be so fire. I want to see the picture after.
Oh
yeah, were you showing me that? That's fire.
yeah, it's my
You
goat.
told that story, I think, on here. Did you?
I don't know if I don't think I said it on here, but it was just like an American Express card member thing. Like my sister's my little sister's brother on like her dad's side, he had season tickets to like the Celtics. He had them for like a couple of years, and if you're an American Express card member, you got like access to like special events.
That's fire.
And one of them was just having you can take a picture with Paul Pierce. Super cool. So got to do that.
Did you say you talked to him?
My
too?
hero. Yeah. He
gave you like the time of day, which is
he said I was so he was like watching me walk throughout like the whole line, which was like I was like something, did I do something wrong?
He kept looking at you?
Yeah, he like kept looking over at me like the whole time, and I'm like so confused, like I was like, what the heck? So we finally get up there, and he's like, he's like, what's going on, man? I'm like, dude, you're literally my hero, bro. Like, I love you. And he's like, I couldn't help it. Like, I'm sorry if it was like weird, but like, he's like, you're the only person wearing my college jersey I've seen all day.
That's why he was looking at you.
So I was like, dude, that is insane. So you're not allowed to ask for autographs. You're not allowed to bring Sharpies. You're not allowed to do anything. I was like, this dude is vibing with me. Like, we were talking. I dapped him up. Like, super cool. My hero, bro. This is one of those amazing
stories like this.
So like so I was like, after we took the picture real quick, I was like, Paul, can you please sign my jersey? Like, it would mean the world to me. So pause. I like just kind of leaned over and he signed my jersey. It's, oh my God. And it was,
Where'd you put it?
It's at my house right now. It's in like a drawer, like protected.
You gotta frame that.
I know. And it's one of the most insane things because it's like, you know how there's a lot of people who are like, you never want to meet your hero because if they turn out to be like a complete piece of shit, like it ruins you. Paul Pierce was the coolest guy. He's my hero. He's my favorite Celtic. He's my favorite NBA player of all time. Like, I don't even care. Like, he's my GOAT, and I love him, and I can't believe I met him. And every time he's on, I saw him at the Celtics parade, screaming at him, Paul! Every time I see him on TV,
Paul! He saw you.
I went to his jersey retirement ceremony. I got to see his last game ever as a Celtic.
That's fire. I wonder if he saw it, like, if he noticed you during any of those. Like, I wonder if, like, he looked at you and he was like,
maybe at the parade. My dad said one of me and my dad went to the parade together.
Yeah.
He said one of his favorite woo. He said his favorite thing that happened the entire parade was that when the second I saw Paul Pierce, I lost my fucking mind. I just screamed, Paul! I love Paul Pierce, man.
What the fuck was that?
We're gonna move on. It didn't happen.
Alright.
Do you have any other famous people you met?
I feel like actually I have like not like a famous thing, but it's like kind of like a weird story that ties in.
Alright. Listen.
So I was at a Spinners game.
Hey.
Like a little Spinners game, and we sat we're like all the way at the very top. I don't know why, but so you know how they like go around just like interviewing random people?
Yeah.
They came up to me and they do questions and you'll get like whatever. I thought it was gonna be who I thought it was. It would have been so fire, but they were like, oh, it was like such an easy question. It was like, who plays center field on the Red Sox? And it was like Jacoby Ellsbury at the time. So I said Jacoby Ellsbury, and like they're like, oh yeah, like you won. I was like, am I gonna meet him now? I was like, no. That wasn't
Imagine
the
you just
case.
walked up out of nowhere.
That wasn't the case.
Damn.
But they gave me like this ball that was signed by like one of the Spinners players.
Probably a fucking nobody.
I couldn't even read it, to be honest. I didn't know who it was.
Some people just.
He could be in MLB now, and I might not even know.
It could be.
I don't even know where that is though. That's probably.
Could have been like Shohei Ohtani.
Imagine.
That would be nuts. I don't think he ever would play for the Lowell Spinners, but. Imagine.
No.
Imagine Shohei playing for the Lowell Spinners.
That dude's a different breed.
Dude, speaking of baseball.
I'm not even like a crazy baseball fan or anything, but that dude is disgusting.
Shohei?
No glaze, like.
Yeah, Shohei's a different breed.
I see why they're paying him that much.
Yeah, I would want him on my team for sure. It's especially he can pitch and he can hit dingers. It's
Who's
nuts.
the last person to ever do that? Like, be a pitcher and be able to have like lead in home runs or whatever.
Babe Ruth.
He pitched. I'm sorry, I'm such a casual.
I know. It's you wouldn't know that if you don't really like know baseball.
I would only. Yeah.
I mean, besides like when pitchers have to bat, like.
Yeah.
But
they don't even do that anymore, though, don't they? It's just like designated hitters and stuff.
no, they do. Pretty sure. Actually, well, I don't know. But the coolest baseball story I have of all time, the 2013. So when the Red Sox won the World Series in 2013, I was at the game where they clinched the pennant. So they were the game that they won to go to the World Series.
Yeah.
And me and my dad had these like great seats. Like my dad surprised me with the tickets, and like we went, and it was the coolest thing ever. And obviously the Red Sox won that game to clinch the pennant, and everyone started leaving, and because like the Red Sox like celebrated on the mound for a little bit, and then they went in the locker room to go celebrate. My dad's like, was like, oh, they're gonna come back out. Like you should go run up to the front. So I ran up all the way to like the front, like right on the field, pretty much, and they ended up coming back out.
And you guys were like the only ones left?
It was like maybe like
people?
20 people over in our like section, because like everyone left already.
Yeah.
And so they started at the. So I was over by like third base, almost like a little bit farther, like towards the outfield,
like towards the dugout, kind of.
I was in between
Or-
like the. I was in between like the outfield and third base,
Oh, okay.
like over in
like
there.
past it.
Yeah. So, oh my God, this was one of the coolest things that's ever happened to me. And
Besides meeting Paul Pierce, that nothing tops.
yeah,
that.
that's amazing. And so, they started doing like they came back out from the locker room and they were doing a trot around with like the big ski goggles on and like their
That's
shirts,
fire.
like they won like the and they had all these bottles of champagne. They were popping them and going crazy. And when they made their way around and when they started coming over towards my section, I'm like right in the front and I'm going crazy. Like the Red Sox just won an awesome game, going
Were
nuts.
you the only one, or was like everyone else still like celebrating? Or
No,
they
there
just,
was
like-
there was like a good amount of people around me, but I just made it up to the front first. My dad was like, standing like a couple feet behind me, and it's like they come around, and all of a sudden, like my dude David Ortiz, Big Papi, he's coming around.
That'd be so fun
I'm
to meet him.
screaming. I'm having like, Papi, David Ortiz, I love you, bro. He comes around, bro, points at me, pops a bottle of champagne, and soaked me like only me soaked me like crazy
Pause.
with the bottle of champagne, and
Pause.
it was the coolest thing ever.
That's
and
so fire though.
yeah, he sprayed me with like the champagne, like I was drenched from head to toe. And my dad didn't like obviously like experience it, but he witnessed it. Like he just watched it all happen, and it was one of the coolest things that's ever
Imagine
happened
that
to
was on
me.
video.
I would freak out, dude. Like the thing is, like you guys can say like this never actually happened, but
they'd be like, oh yeah, he's
I
lying.
wouldn't lie about
Bro,
that.
if
Like
we
that
were
was
lying,
the
I would
cool-
have gave a crazy story that I met like fucking, I don't know.
I met
the
Jello and I
president,
wrote Tweaker for him.
Yeah, like some crazy shit.
Yeah, but it was so cool. You believe me or not, whatever. But it was the coolest thing ever, and they ended up winning the World Series that year, so that made it even cooler. And David Ortiz obviously is a legend, so being able to get sprayed with champagne by David Ortiz, like you pointed at
Bro,
me,
you have some crazy fucking stories.
dude. I don't know. That's how it be. But yeah, that was probably one of the top 5 moments of my life.
That's fire.
The coolest thing ever. But oh yeah,
Nothing
and
tops that Paul Pierce one though.
Paul Pierce one's
Like,
so cool. Like
especially
he's
if
my
he's
hero,
already
bro.
like your idol and you got to meet him.
Oh, speaking of
talk to
Paul
him.
Pierce one, so you're not supposed to have markers or anything. So like, I hid mine, so no one else had them, and like this whole line. So pretty much the line kind of so you walk in the entrance, and the line like snakes around like the entire back of the building, and he was up towards like the corner.
Yeah.
So you had to work your way all the way around and get to the corner. You take your picture. You can't take out your phone. You can't have markers, anything. Obviously, I shot my shot, and he signed my jersey. And everyone in the line was like, so you have to walk past everyone again to get
Were there
out.
still people behind you, like in line, or were you like
Hundreds.
the last one?
No,
Oh.
hundreds of people.
So they're like, how the fuck did he get a marker?
So well, no, that's the thing. So they saw him sign my jersey. He was the only autograph. Mine was the only autograph he signed all day, like the entire
I mean,
time.
you were like basically diehard. Like you had a college
Yeah.
jersey. If no one else was
Right?
like diehard enough to have that, they were probably just like, oh,
Exactly. And
Celtics player.
so people were like, "Oh, can I please get that mark? Can I please get it?" I kept going, yoink.
Nuh-uh.
Yoink! I swear to God, I was the biggest piece of shit. I was,
No, that's
dude,
so
I
funny.
cried. I was literally bawling my eyes out because I just met my hero when he signed my jersey. I'm crying my eyes out, bro. Everyone just watching me get his autograph and like talk to me and like say that like, you know, I was the only person wearing his college jersey.
So
I was going like this, yoink, yoink. People, oh, I was on cloud 9. I'm such a piece of shit for that, but dude,
That's fire though.
amazing. One of the best day of my life, probably. That was
Yoink.
I put it out with him. Oh, gotta be quicker than that. But yeah, no, it was cool. It's cool. I love Paul Pierce. That's literally my dog. I saw his retirement ceremony, and oh man, I met him.
God, that's so funny. You never told me that part.
I
So
I
funny.
forgot about that because like I'm so like just enlightened by like the whole like he noticed me, and like I hope if I ever saw him again he would remember me.
I mean, yeah,
I
like
feel like he might.
your face is still like the same. Like
Yeah, I just didn't have facial
you could
hair.
definitely recognize you like as a kid. I'm assuming.
Especially if I show him the picture, even if he doesn't remember right away, I'm like, oh, I remember this. But yeah, and then we make out.
Paul Pierce right here.
Paul, I know you got your Truth Lounge. Come
Or we can
come
pull up
hang
on
out beyond the
Truth on-
Jays. I'll come. I got plenty. I'll tell that story over again about meeting you, bro. But
That would be a fire story to tell on his podcast. Like,
right,
Like, oh, like when I was a kid, you know, I got to meet
that's
you. Like,
yeah, that would be cool. But I
that's
mean, he does it with
fire.
the KG, which is the KG has like I forget what his is called, but they both have like
I
their
feel like a
own.
lot of
The big ticket something. I don't know.
like a lot of people are starting podcasts now.
Yeah, everyone's copying us, following our way.
No. Like I'm like even a lot of NBA players and stuff like Gilbert Arenas has one, I think. I don't know, it's just like all these retired NBA players like have them.
Yeah,
It's
I
kind of
mean,
crazy.
hey, it's fun to just kind of talk, especially if you're in the NBA. Like, probably so many stories to tell, especially if you're retired from the NBA. But yeah, did you want to go over anything else before we start a wrap up? I mean, I feel like we're kind of like we went over a lot today and just had fun
I
with
feel
it.
like this is a lot for them to take in today.
I know this is just we're shooting the shit episode and
Yeah.
just kind of talking about some fun experiences, and I mean that's.
Hopefully this gets uploaded.
Yeah, when we're gonna start having like a lot more going on in these pods, but for this week we just want to be here and just
We'll
talk.
catch
and
up.
I think it's fun sharing these stories. I love reminiscing on those and just
That's
you know,
so fire.
I think it's cool. Like I love hearing people's stories about like meeting like famous people. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. Do you want to give a little wrap up song of the week?
Song of the week.
Yeah, hit it. I gotta still look for
I already
mine.
got mine. I don't even need to look at it. Song of the week. My song of the week. It's already stuck in my head. I'll give a little story because I knew this song already, but now it's like a remix. Basically, it's like a part 2. So it's "Hey Sarah" by FCG Heen, part 2. "Hey Sarah" part 2, featuring my goat Polo G, and also No Cap. He did his shit. He did his thing on there. I actually found this. I found this song before. Like I didn't really know him. I knew of him, but I didn't know of him until I saw. You know the on the radio. You know the on the radar, like the little, like, what do you call it? Where they like go on and freestyle something.
Oh yeah.
Like the next stop is on the radio. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
they'll, like,
yeah,
go
yeah,
on.
yeah.
So he did this song live on there, and I heard it, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is kind of nice. Like, this will be like fire to play in the car, or whatever." So I added that song to the playlist. I eventually ended up liking it. Like I overplayed the fuck out of it, to be honest. And then he teased like probably like a couple weeks ago or a month ago. He teased that Polo G was on it. I was like, "All right, this is gonna be even better, obviously." And then I found out No Cap's on it too, and I'm like, "All right."
Yeah, that's tough. You
Well,
put me
now
on
it's
to No
finally-
Cap.
Now it finally came out, and it's like, oh my god, it's so fire.
Nuts.
I played in the car at some point when we were on our way here. Hey Sarah.
You're gonna
I'm not
like
singing
you're gonna like
again.
my song
That's
of the week.
it. What's yours?
My song of the
Oh.
week is gonna be "Chosen One" by Polo G.
That's it. Episode's over. Come here.
Yeah, I'm not Polo G, so I don't know why you're about to just
What you know
throw
about
it back
Chosen
on me.
One?
One of my favorite songs of all time. One of my favorite Bag songs.
Oh my
I love that song more than life, and it
Like
is
I
just
said,
oh my
so
god.
I'm so sorry to
I
cut
can
you
just
off
hear it
again.
in my
I'm
head and
so
it gives me
sorry.
chills.
I'm so sorry to cut you off again, but like we say all the time, I'm like a diehard Polo G fan. I love that song. It's such a good
Yeah,
album.
it's oh my gosh.
Glazing aside, such a good album.
Yeah, and
Call me a glazer, I don't care. Sorry. That's the last one.
Every time I
That's the
opened
last
my
one. That's the last one. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Take it away, Patty.
no, every time I opened my mouth, like it would be silent. I'd go to talk, and then you just kept talking again. I'm just trying to explain my song of the week. Yep, get that out of here. But yeah. So Chosen One, Polo G. Definitely, that's gonna be added to the playlist. Everyone go play that. If you're sad, play it. We just listened to a straight minute of that song, dude. We're gonna vibe to that on the way back home.
It's going on.
Bro.
It's going on in the car.
Everyone.
Matter of fact,
I don't know
already
how
queuing
this.
that shit
This is
now.
probably song of the the song of my life. Not even song of the week, song of the day, song of the year, song of my life. Chosen One, Polo G. I'm not sure if that's gonna make it in. I'll include this part, but
I think on
Please go listen.
YouTube you can have up to like 10 seconds or something before it's copywritten, or like something less than that, like 5 seconds. If you want to put like a quick little like a little bar or something. I think you might be able to do that.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I mean, we'll see.
I mean, if it gets copywritten, we're not monetized anyway,
I
so
know,
it's not
like
really
what's gonna
matter.
happen realistically, but I just wanted you guys to just embrace the absolute insanity of that song.
Second best album.
Yeah.
The goat. Nothing tops the goat though.
No, nothing
But
tops it.
that's
dude.
such a good album too.
Amazing. So that was our song of the week.
I hope you guys enjoyed that, by the way.
Yeah,
I just sang. Well, I hummed my heart out.
yeah. And we just both were lip syncing the hell out of that song. That's gonna be such a good clip.
Word for word, bar for bar.
Oh yeah.
That whole album. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to
Bro's-
meat ride Polo G right now, but
See, to you guys it's meat riding, but like if you know Jaden, it's not. It's just him. That's just how he is a Polo G. It's just like that. But let's wrap up this podcast. I want to thank everyone for putting up with our
all the
delays
missed episodes, missed weeks,
and just being
everything.
patient and just being just loyal fans of the podcast, loyal listeners, loyal watchers.
You know what we could do? Before we do end, I just want to say real quick, we could just put like a clip of that. Like instead of putting it in the video, we could just throw a clip up on.
Of what, the song?
socials, Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could do that. But yeah, so again, thank you guys for just being patient and working with us. And just, like we said, if anyone has anything they can contribute to the pod, if you guys can edit, if you can just, moral support, whatever it is, whatever it may be, we'd appreciate that. And let us know. Hit up our socials. Don't forget our socials, BeyondTheJs, everywhere. We got Facebook, Instagram, yada yada, all
So
those
that's
TikTok,
TikTok's
all that
Beyond
stuff.
the J's pod.
Yep. TikTok is BeyondTheJs pod. You'll figure it out, I'm sure. And don't forget, you guys can find our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and more. You can find the link in our bio, or you can just listen to whatever you listen to this on. Also, this is for YouTube as well. So thank you all. We love you. Appreciate you.
We appreciate every one of you.
And sorry for the monotones, kind of a sentimental sort of podcast,
Yeah,
but
we got a little deep today.
we got a little deep today. But hey, that can't hurt every now and then. So technically today's Tuesday. Hopefully, if everything goes right, today will be Tuesday. So thank you guys for watching today, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Hopefully you see this Tuesday.
Yes, ma'am, sir.
Sir,
Both.
man.
Beyond the J's.
Whichever
I
one.
don't feel like grittying today. Yeah, it's like a little.
Bro, leave that in. You better leave that in.